What if there was a news outlet that was founded on the day that you were born? Somehow it's still in business to this day. And every single report in the history of the news outlet has been inaccurate. How reputable do you think this outlet would be? Would you trust it? Well, I'll go a little further. If you had to place a bet in which, if the news outlet publishes every single report, every single event completely right, you get to live the life you always wanted, do everything you ever dreamed of. But if they make a mistake, as minute as it is, you're destined to live a life of misery, unfulfillment, and just plain unhappiness. Would you place that bet? Well, what if I told you that you already did? You see, people live their entire lives confusing being responsible with living in fear. Risk assessment is an invaluable skill for survival, right? But there's a fine line between risk assessment and fear. Because most of the time, for most people, there is no actual risk. Speaking in public is one of the most common fears that people have. Pretty much universal. Which is weird, considering that we are social creatures. From middle schoolers to high-ranking politicians, most people have a fear of speaking in public. Your hands start to shake, your forehead starts to sweat, your stomach starts rolling around inside of you. That's anxiety. And for some people, that can be paralyzing. They can't leave their house, they can't go to work, they can't go to school. They just live in a perpetual state of alert. It's as if their body is plotting against their every move. Whatever it is that they want to do, they think up a disastrous scenario and they can't bear to think about it, let alone face it. That scenario is wrong, like literally wrong. You see, there's no way to predict with pinpoint precision how things will play out. Some variable is bound to be different. If you stop to think about the butterfly effect and how even the most minute change can completely alter an event, then you realize that you could never be right about anything. So with that in mind, why let a lie dictate your existence? Going back to the bet, why would you risk your entire life, your happiness, your future, on something that has a 100% chance of not playing out the way you think? See, with most people, and you might be wondering about the title of this video, Stop Thinking. As I said, I'm not telling you to go out there and jump off a cliff and see if you bounce. Of course, we need to be responsible. As I said, risk assessment is important. But it is important when there's actual risk. If you're in the jungle and a big-ass tiger starts chasing after you, yeah, you better assess the fuck out of that risk. But when you think about it, most of the time, it's just minute things. Speaking, talking to someone, asking someone out, posting a YouTube video. We tend to be raised in a way that just cheapens our experience in life. It makes it monotonous, it makes it meaningless, because you want to do things and you want to achieve something, but you feel like something deep inside is holding you back. And that thing is yourself. Well, not actually yourself, but the people that raised you, the people that warned you about the risks and the dangers of life. You somehow create a tiny avatar of themselves in your head, and they're constantly saying, "Oh, this is wrong. Oh no, this is risky. Oh, this is dangerous. Oh, I shouldn't do this. Oh, I shouldn't do that." And most people just take it at face value, when in reality, every single piece of advice that you get must be understood, not just memorized. If someone tells you something that you should or you shouldn't do, you don't just take that and live your entire life with that in mind. You take it, you see how it applies to your reality, make the necessary changes to fit it in your reality, and see if it makes sense. Because if it doesn't, then Why live the rest of your life being hindered by it? So, thinking is extremely important, but at the same time, it can't stop you from taking action. There are millions of people every day that just start a new project and abandon it because they think so much about it and don't actually do anything to achieve it. I did it with this YouTube channel. You should put yourself out there. Even if rationally you feel uncomfortable and feel nervous, assess the risk, see if there's actual threat to your life or the ones that you love. And if there isn't and you want to do it, do it. At the end of the day, what you take from this life are your experiences. Everything you own is going to stay here long after you're gone. Everyone you love will eventually be gone as well. But the things you did, the things that made you wake up every single day feeling like you have a purpose, those are the things that give meaning to your life. So don't ever let a thought, an emotion keep you from living the life that you deserve.